Hey, what's going on, Geminis? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Incromancy Tarot. Anybody that's not familiar with this deck, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my favorite. It's definitely one of my top three. It's unique. It's the most unique deck I've ever owned. I own about 50 or so different decks, and most of them follow the same theme, but this one is designed by, each card is designed by a different tattoo artist, so it's completely different. There's no theme. It's just everybody's outtake, each person's outtake of what they think about tarot, and so I feel like that makes it completely unique. It combines tattoos and tarot. Win-win for me. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Gemini? What's going on for Gemini? All right, Geminis. So the first thing I see, Geminis, is I feel like this is someone that you already know, and I feel like this is someone I feel like you already have a connection with. And I feel like with this person, I feel like from time to time, it does feel like, it does feel like it's more of a friendship from, there is times when it feels like you're just really good friends, and I feel like there's definitely something more, but I feel like as of now, I feel like it's more like, there is that physical side of it, but I feel like other than that, it's almost like friends with benefits. It's that type of energy. It feels like it should be more. It feels like it could be more, but it hasn't really been that. It feels like this person's very closed off to you. It's almost like they keep you at an arm's length. And I feel like the reason why I feel so strongly that way is because I feel like that's what they're doing. It's not, I feel like this person, they have a hard time with trust. I feel like this person, I feel like the trust issues has always held this person back. And with you, I feel like it even more so because of the connection that you have with them. I feel like what you see from them isn't exactly what they've been, it's not exactly who they really are. I feel like there's times when it feels like I said, there's that eight of swords, that self-imposed prison. And I feel like it's almost like they're keeping you at distance, but there's also feels like they're hiding something from you with that seven of swords. And I feel like they are hiding something from you, but what they're hiding from you isn't what you think. I feel like, it's a very hot and cold energy that you get from this person. When it's hot, and when it's cold. I mean, there's moments when you couldn't feel any closer to this person, but then there's other moments when it feels like you couldn't be any farther apart. Now, like I said, they are hiding stuff from you, but I would feel like what they're hiding from you isn't what it seems. It isn't what you think. And I feel like there's times when you think that, You know, it could be the worst thing possible that they're hiding from you, and that's why they're hiding it. Like I said, I feel like they have trust issues. I feel like this person has always had, you know, every time they let someone in a little bit, you know, they regretted it. And with you, this connection that they feel with you is so strong that they feel like, you know, being vulnerable to you is something that they don't want to do. You know, they try to put on this brave face, they try to put on this tough exterior, but deep down, they're just as soft as anybody else. Now, on their side of this, I feel like with this person, I feel like they only think about you, you know, and they want to be with you. And I feel like that's been hard for you to see. I mean, like I said, there's times when it feels like it couldn't get any hotter. But there's also times when it feels like, you know, there you could park a car between the two of you because there's so much distance. You know, even like I said, I feel like sometimes it does feel like you're friends with benefits you know, and I feel like that's not what you want. And I feel like from what I can see about them, that's not what they want either. This person is big on establishing trust. Like I said, when someone's been hurt over and over again, it just builds them walls up a little bit higher, a little bit stronger, you know, and it is hard to break those down. But I feel like even though you may not see it, I feel like the walls are coming down. You know, I feel like this person is happy with you. They're, you know, you're what they've been waiting for, and the more they see it, the more they realize that things need to change, and I feel like things are going to change. You know, this person is happy with you. You know, you're what they've been waiting for. And the more they get to know you, the more they're around you, the more they realize that, and the more they realize they can trust you. And I feel like they've been all this time, the thing that they've been holding back is I feel like they've been establishing trust, and I feel like it's slow and steady, but I feel like, you know, they needed to do that. That's just who they are. You know, they don't want to make any more mistakes. And the biggest thing that they don't want to do is make a mistake with you. Because like I said, the connection that you have is real. And like I said, this person seems confident. I feel like that's what throws you off because they put on a brave front. I mean, they have this confidence about them in everyday life, but I feel like when it comes to you, it almost feels like it's almost like they're overcompensating for something. You know, they don't want you to see. I feel like they're very conscious of what they show you. You know, they put a lot of time and effort into what they're putting out there. You know, they put a lot of focus into that. I mean, what you're seeing from them and what you're getting from them isn't on accident. You know, I feel like this person, like I said, I feel like there's times when this person may even test you. But what I do see is I see that they're not walking away from this. And the more this connection builds for them, the more, you know, the more I feel like things are changing. And like I said, there's a lot of big changes coming. And what I do see coming very quickly is I feel like this person finally realized that, you know, that trust that they've been establishing with you, they finally realize that they can trust you. And I feel like that's going to change everything. You know, trust is paramount to this person. I feel like they've been let down by a lot of people. I feel like they've been, you know, they put their trust in the wrong people, and it makes it harder for them to trust. But it doesn't mean they're not going to trust you. It just means it's going to take longer. And I feel like I said, I feel like they're finally at that place where they can finally face what, you know, take that look in that mirror and realize what they're doing. And I feel like that's finally going to set them free. You know, this person's finally seeing you in that different perspective that I feel like they needed to see you in. I mean, we have the Hangman. And I feel like with that, I feel like this person has finally found balance in this situation. And I feel like that's what's going to cause this thing to change. Everything is changing. And I feel like it's changing very quickly now that they know they can open up to you. Now that they know they can trust you, they can open up to you. They can share what they've been feeling. And I feel like it's going to give you that sense of balance. Finally realizing this is why they're doing what they're doing. And I feel like once they're honest with you, the honesty, it's going to come in very quickly. I don't feel like they were ever dishonest. I just feel like they were holding back, kind of omitting their feelings. And I feel like it is coming quickly, and I feel like the truth is coming out. And now that they know they can be honest with you, they're always going to be honest with you. The more comfortable they feel, like it's like when you're with someone and you have something that you want to say, but you just don't say it. But the moment that you realize you can say it, I feel like it changes everything. And once you say it and you realize that, okay, it wasn't that bad. This person, I can trust this person. Then they start opening up to you about everything. And I feel like this is going to open up that communication. And I feel like it's one of the things with a Gemini is like I know, I've been with a Gemini for 13 years, and my best friend's a Gemini since I was 4. So I know a little bit about Geminis. And the thing is with Geminis is they need communication. There's nothing worse than putting them in the dark, because, that's when the twins fight. You don't give someone all the answers in general. They start kind of coming up with the answers themselves. They try to start figuring out why is things the way they are with this person, and why don't they trust me? Why don't they open up? Why are they so closed off? But I feel like all those answers are coming. And like I said, it'll start small. They'll start opening up about certain things. And once they get, they realize that it's okay, it's a safe place, I feel like that's when it moves very quickly, like I said, with that Knight of Swords. And I feel like the changes that are coming, I feel like life is about to change, plain and simple. And I do see this person finally stepping up and making a serious commitment to you. Because, like I said, I feel like trust is paramount to this person, and with the Devil card, like freeing themselves from the burden. It isn't always what it seems. And with this person, we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like we have all signs here, because Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but then we also have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The thing is like, sometimes when we feel like somebody that we're with is holding back from us, isn't always as bad as we think it is. Sometimes it could be a lot better than we think it is. Like sometimes we feel like the person that we're with isn't sharing the connection that we have, and that can be very disheartening. But like I said, in instances like this, this person's holding back for their own, it's self-preservation. I feel like they've never been really successful in opening up to people. And I feel like the more they realize that they can open up to you, the more they will. And I feel like those answers that you've been looking for, you will get. And I feel like it's going to make you stronger for it. Some relationships aren't always easy. It doesn't mean they're not worth it. It just means they're not easy. And sometimes you have to put more work. Some relationships seem effortless, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Some relationships seem like, they just fall into place, and that's great for them, but that doesn't always work for everybody. It's not one size fits all. Like I said, it's not that they don't trust you, it's they don't trust themselves when they're with you. That's why you get that hot and cold with them. When they're around you, they can't really, they can't really keep themselves, from being open with you. And I feel like it's almost like that's when you get too close to this person, there's going to be times when they feel like they're pushing you away. They're not pushing you away. They're trying to keep themselves safe. You know, this person, like I said, I feel like there's times when you may feel like you're just in a friendship with this person, like friends with benefits kind of thing, because I feel like, you know, you want them to open up to you. You gave them opportunities to open up to you, but it's not about when you're ready to have them open up to you. It's when they're ready to open up to you. But that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.